Speakers of Eidolon is made possible by our generous patrons. Special thanks to our Supreme and Master Speakers, Omega Cat Comet, Erisu Yamakawa, Alex Franco AV, Winebow Brood, Aurora White, Psyche, Asuta Starbreeze, Cletus Oreo, Lily Black, Bob Cece, Mictor Robintau, Anethus Moonscar, Pamela Isley, Elenriel Maximus, Coderith Novelist, Mira, Celestau Notrell, Lazy Boy, Luke Osborne, Pandaloo Stormarrow, Tex, Kylin, Arthur Law, Biridan Derard, Cypup, Spencer Christmas, Celine DeLune, Edwin, Wibster Wolf, Severa, Circa Barrakiel, Kazran, Ventos Tia, Ryark Forbear, Late in the House, Tony, Arcadia Luna Shine, Framboise Zaccaro, Bergie Fudge, Sethfiel, Cafe, Gregorium Cartas, Eros, Uananitsa, Mira Moontail, Tyler Curly Fries, and Nat Clay. Get early access to audio and video versions of the show, including the post-show, by supporting us at patreon.com/speakersxiv. Thank you. Good evening, Ayors. And welcome to Speakers of Eidolon, episode 456. I'm Lukiel Brayston, and I'm joined today by Georgi Wiston, Mela Vanadar, and Rollo Des. Hello, Rollo's in the cave.
It's so hot. I hate it. I'm naked and I'm sweating and I'm just sticky everywhere. I hate it.
Okay, Rollo
it's an
is
episode of Power.
Officially naked during this episode, as you can tell by the acoustics when he's talking. So just
I got the fan on. Like I'm so serious. It is so hot.
Okay, well today is June. We have entered June 7th, 2025. It is episode 456, and today we're going to talk about more about Occult Crescent. We did our review last week. Well, no, not sort of. It was. But another week has passed since then, and the community reactions have hit the fan. Hit the fan? They've hit the fan.
It's bad now.
And we're going to discuss that and see how much we agree with that. Also, we're going to review sort of the relic, I guess. Just there was a step after we didn't talk about last week, I think. We'll talk about that as well. And yeah, that's that. Also, calling for more MogMail, please. Requesting MogMail, speakersxiv.com/MogMail. Seeing as there are so many opinions about Occult Crescent, it'd be nice to get an idea of what you think. But we don't. Yeah, we're obviously going to discuss this now. So it's too late for you to to join this conversation. But you
sometimes people send MogMails about things we discussed years ago, so it's fine.
It's true.
You can still send it.
It's true.
Tell us about Eureka. How did you like that review?
Might be a bit too late for that one. Maybe a little bit. We'll also be.
What do you think about the Praetorium?
Oh my god.
What do you think about A Realm Reborn now that it's been out for a bit? Let's do it.
We don't say anything because we weren't there.
I also think that was not a controversial topic, even recently with the rework.
I'm sure there are people that are complaining, always complaining. All right. Anyways, that's what we're going to talk about today. Remember, if you're still watching live, post-show will be coming up as well. In after the show with questions from the Syndicate. And if there's time, more Pokemon Shinies, Gen 2. Okay, that's it. Let's go into recent events. Yes, recent events. We start. Now, before I go to the next slide, I want to say that we talked about the fact that Moonfire Fair was definitely going to have it was probably going to have Y'shtola lounging in a beach chair.
Exactly what we would want, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
The art they use for Anime Expo has that art.
Suspicious, isn't it?
Yes, very suspicious. This is an announcement for Anime Expo 2025. We talked about this before. This is more. Last time we spoke about this was about Yoshi P's appearance, but this is a more general notice for all of 14 in general during Anime Expo. Final Fantasy XIV is headed to Los Angeles for Anime Expo 2025. We invite new and seasoned adventurers to join us on the show floor to experience our stamp rally activity, create their own Warriors of Light through the new player experience, and create memories at our photo spot. Producer and director Naoki Yoshida will also be attending as a guest of honor and will be featured on a panel discussing his career, inspirations, and Japanese pop culture. So the Anime Expo schedule and Expo Hall hours: Thursday, the 3rd of July till Sunday, the 6th of July, 2025. Thursday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. PDT. We have PDT times now. And Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. PDT. So...
I mean, they have PDT times because unless you're... I mean...
Yeah.
What else do you need if you're attending in person?
This is a reference to when we talked about this last time when it only had European times.
Yeah. They still...
They gave us PDT. We have PDT now.
Didn't they only give us the European times for the thing that would actually be streamed?
I don't remember. I just remember that none of the times were in PDT.
Yeah, nothing was in...
Call back to an old episode for no reason, but there you go.
Please, Yoshi P, please. Come to the East Coast. Come to DC.
Too far away, Roller.
Come to New York City. I'll even take Florida, man. Come on.
The Final
It's
Fantasy...
a good expo, isn't it? 4 days. That's quite a big one.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Final Fantasy XIV booth SH3314 will be open during the above hours. Be sure to visit. So, we've already talked about the panel.
SH3313 and SH315 if you need to orient yourself.
Yeah. Leveling up how anime, manga, and RPGs inspired Naoki Yoshida on Final Fantasy is the panel we talked about last week or the week before. Journey with Naoki Yoshida as he looks back on his life, early career, and experiences working on FF14 and Final Fantasy 16. What are some of his favorite manga or anime, and how did they influence his career and Final Fantasy? Join us and find out. This is the one in the Petrie Hall, which I thought was pretty funny.
And this is the one that has the European times.
Oh my god! It still has the European... No, but it has the normal one as well.
PDT-2 as well.
The first one didn't have it at all, I'm pretty sure. We had to ask for times.
I don't know why you'd need the PD time if you're looking at it on the European lodestone.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Let's not get stuck on this. Can't join us at Anime Expo. Don't worry.
Can't join us.
Don't worry. The panel will also be streamed, so those unable to attend can enjoy the presentation. You can watch it at the Final Fantasy XIV Twitch channel, or at the official Anime Expo.
We'll probably
Twitch
stream
channel.
it because this is during a Friday stream.
Yeah, we probably will.
Oh, it is. Yeah, fine then. Yeah. I was thinking, I don't know if I really need to listen to Yoshi P yap for about pop culture, but maybe it'll be interesting.
Maybe. We'll see. It'll be translated because it's in America. I'm assuming they won't just leave him there to speak in Japanese to an American audience.
What pop culture stuff has he said he liked from Japan?
Gundam and One Piece.
One Piece.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Gundam was more the team thing, wasn't it? I don't think.
Well, One Piece for sure.
I don't think he necessarily likes Gundam. I don't think he's ever talked about it personally.
Yeah,
No.
I know.
Oh, you might find out more, Rollo.
Tokusatsu, maybe? I think you mentioned that before. Like Sentai shows and all that
I
stuff.
don't really know that much
Maybe.
about what he's into. Well, that's what this panel is for.
I mean, I know what he's into outside of anime and manga. I don't know much about his interest in those
Wine,
areas specifically.
alcohol,
wine.
cigarettes,
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Hating his son.
The base ingredients of Yoshi P.
Yeah. So our booth will feature activities designed for new adventurers and veterans. Once per day, attendees can queue up at the new player experience to receive a stamp rally card featuring 3 goals to accomplish. For the new player experience, new players are invited to design a Warrior of Light alongside seasoned adventurers. Once finished, sign up for the free trial to receive a stamp and vinyl sticker. Current players are encouraged to show the Sprouts the ropes in character creation and then load up their lodestone profile to show off their own Warrior of Light to receive their stamp and vinyl sticker.
Good.
So that's how you
get it.
Okay. Okay, so that's how they're going to force veterans to participate in this. Okay,
Yeah.
because I was wondering why would I do this?
Yeah.
For your stamp.
For your stamp.
Well, yeah, they gave. Yeah, that's the reason. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it.
I would fake it for a stamp.
Guys, look at my Phase 3 Makote. She's so unique. You should make one just like her, guys. Come on.
Photo spot. Stop by our Kugane-themed backdrop and create some memories at our photo spot. Share your photo on social using hashtag FFXIV and hashtag Anime Expo hashtags to receive a stamp. Cosplays are highly encouraged.
Oh my god.
Kugane theme. It's a bit outdated at this point.
Yeah. They still dragging along that old Kugane set from...
I mean, maybe it's just they've left it in California and they're like,
oh, yeah.
one we have available to us right now.
Maybe.
I mean, I guess if it works.
Yeah.
Why throw it away?
I'm going to be honest, it's probably because it's an Anime Expo, so it's Japanese.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah.
Very new
Also,
homegrown.
Chad is correct that the free trial goes up to...
True as well.
True.
If they put Solution 9, for example, in the background, I don't think they'd get much foot traffic.
No.
I think...
Well, it would also be...
I think
no one wants that.
you are speaking for yourself.
Yeah, I think
people would just be confused. I don't think
Yeah.
they'd be like that
They wouldn't know what it
off-put.
is.
I think they would just be like, well, like, oh, I guess that's
But if
Final
they
Fantasy
see
14.
Japanese architecture, then they'll be lining up for that.
I mean, it is Anime Expo.
I mean,
so yes.
that is true.
Yeah.
They love that stamp.
How
do we get the last stamp?
For the last stamp,
I've got 2 out of
Mela,
3 stamps.
you go to the visitor survey.
Fun.
We would love...
This is what I love doing at expos.
They were like, we have to come up with 3 things so they can get 3 stamps. We can force them to do the survey. We would love to hear about your visit and experience at the booth. Once you are done exploring the booth, use your phone to scan a QR code where we encourage you to answer a short survey to receive a stamp.
Gosh.
Oh, so it's not even about the game.
No.
It's about the booth.
It's about the booth.
Okay, if any viewers going, please mention going to the East Coast and how much the West Coast sucks. Please.
And show us if you get all 3 stamps, show us. But if you only get 1 or 2 stamps, don't bother. We're not.
Yeah, we don't like losers here.
Yeah.
I also...
Triple stamp is only.
Yeah.
You go first, Lakil.
They didn't... These 3 booths are light. Can I just say? They feel
these are just activities.
light.
They're all at the same booth, SH3314.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as like anime convention booths go, I mean, it's pretty... I would say this isn't too bad.
Character creator is not that light. Considering people can spend like more than an hour in a character creator, I think that's actually they don't normally have the character creator available at these things. They normally give you just pre-mades.
That's true. That's like the main event at this booth, I think.
Maybe it just has the randomized button as the only option to click and everything else is grayed out.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. What's the point of people showing off their lodestone posts?
Just keep hitting random. It looks like mine.
Random stamp. Take a photograph of me, stamp, give away my data stamp. It's just about the stamps.
Yes. The door hits
what do I get if I get all my stamps?
Well, Mela, if you do all 3, you get all 3 stamps. You get a tiny FFXIV themed jet tag.
What's a jet tag?
Well, it is.
Is it just for luggage or something? Is this just like a luggage thing?
Where do I put my name?
What is a jet tag? Is it a name tag or is it for just like self-identifying your luggage?
I think. Yeah, I think
it's quite
it is.
pleasant. I mean, it's bright. Okay, so it's...
I mean, yeah, but like most things I attach to my luggage, I like also have my name on them, so they can. People can find it. If they find it, they can.
There's going to be a heck of a lot of lost luggage going away from California because everyone's got the same.
Everyone's
tag.
looking at the same tag. Yeah. I mean, you get it for free.
It's not bad. Yeah, I don't mind. It's fine. Yeah. It looks cool.
Free is free.
Unique merch.
But grab a couple, if why not?
No, one per attendee.
But also,
put on a mustache. You'll never know.
It's also not free. It does cost me time.
It is true.
Well,
it's true.
It's no monetary value except for the entrance fee of the Anime Expo if there is one.
Yeah.
Which is probably not cheap.
No.
I don't know what the prices
Also,
are. But
your
yeah.
data's worth a certain amount.
Right. What is this data you talk? Oh, you mean the survey?
Well, for the
You mean your
survey-
opinion?
yeah.
Yeah, but it might be like
Sign in
give
to
us your
Google.
email address as well.
Well, you're already
Yeah, give
all
us-
your Google data is already stolen.
Yeah, but they
Also,
All your data
if this
is stolen. Don't worry.
if you're playing this game, they already have your email address.
Yeah.
That's true.
Anyways, there's also the guest of honor autograph sessions, which might be a little higher on your list of what you want. As guest of honor, Naoki Yoshida will be hosting several free autograph sessions during Anime Expo. Thursday, the 3rd of July, from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Saturday, 5th of July, from 12:45 p.m. till 2:15 p.m. And Sunday, the 6th of July, from 10:30 a.m. till noon. That's all in
Okay.
PDT.
An hour and a half feels long for an autograph session.
Yeah, but they've managed to hit the key, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or like afternoon snacks.
Yeah.
They've got the three major times. You
It's
can only
it's
go to
the
one.
exact amount of time Yoshi P can go without having a cigarette.
This is why he doesn't want to talk to us. We're just going to be like, how's that cigarette addiction, huh? You like that nicotine, huh? Ooh, I'm having a smoke right now.
Yoshi P, can you sign my pack of nicotine gum? Can I have one?
When he visited Australia, I asked a question, and of course it didn't get put on the wall behind him. And also, I don't think they would have asked them this anyway. My question was, what do you think of the Australian smoking cigarette packaging?
Oh yeah.
Do you have like
you have
gross
the
organs
similar
on
to us.
them?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, you guys don't got to do that. That's just weird. I'm trying to shop at the grocery store. I don't need to see all that,
Oh,
You can't see
can't
it. They
see
keep them behind the counter.
Yeah.
Oh!
here in Norway, they're
No,
behind gray metal doors that they have to open. You don't get exposed to it ever. If you don't smoke,
You have to.
you'd be hard pressed to know that cigarettes exist at all.
Let me
If you
tell you.
don't smoke, if you've never smoked before, it's hard to figure out what you'd even want.
It's
Yeah.
hard to
It was
start
not
to the
like
point.
that.
For Marlboro Gold, guys, or Reds, that's fine.
Wasn't like that when I was in Germany. That shit was just in like the checkout line. I just looked at my left.
I don't
like,
think that's-
look at these horrible rotting organs.
I don't think
like,
that's the case anymore. I'm pretty sure the gray cover
It
is
might
like a
change,
EU
yeah.
directive now that everyone has them
Okay.
in Europe. But anyways, back
Smoke
to this.
or don't.
Don't.
Do whatever you want.
Don't. You can do whatever you
Do
want,
what you
but the speaker's
I don't care.
position is that we discourage
Probably
it.
shouldn't.
We don't want you to die. Okay. Those interested in participating can visit the Epic site to reserve a ticket. Tickets for the session.
I like pretending
Yeah,
it's a
I think so.
description and not a reference to the company.
Yeah. Tickets for the sessions will be available starting Monday, the 16th of June, 2025 at noon PDT. All autograph sessions will be held at the JW Marriott Gold Ballroom. Please note that you must
fancy.
have a valid autograph ticket to enter the autograph area. Do not arrive more than 30 minutes before the start of the session.
Okay.
I'm going to hang out just outside the JW Marriott Gold Ballroom until exactly 30 minutes and then sprint in.
Yeah. Those interested in... sorry, almost started reading it again. We will be selling... Sorry, this is from merch. We will be selling a variety of merchandise at the booth, including t-shirts featuring the new artwork debuting at Anime Expo. Not only will we have items from 14, but also from Final Fantasy XI and Final Fantasy 16. They are...
It's this art. that
it's
you
the
think
art that you
is-
see below of Y'shtola
If you
lounging.
want to brandish Y'shtola's breasts
But can I...
proudly on your own breast, get this.
I don't mind this design, but when you just sort of do this,
It's a postcard.
it's a
Yeah,
postcard.
but,
I don't know.
It's a bit easy.
It's giving,
Lazy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's lazy.
Yeah.
The colours are
We-
nice.
we
with the
have-
actual shirts though. Like that red and blue are really like quite nice
Yeah.
colours.
We have enough 14 merch that is just this just
Exactly.
something different at this point, Like I
Yeah.
don't know.
Guys, check
It's
out
not- this
Seniors
is-
Network t-shirt on our merchandise page.
Yes.
You
This
mean-
is also not the full product lineup. They do announce that they'll announce more closer to the event. I also want to know what these 11 and 16 merchandise items that they have are.
Yes.
11, I'm super intrigued by.
Yes.
Clive in a bikini shirt. I want to buy that.
There are also giveaway things. I'll show them. From stickers to carrying bags to Final Fantasy 11 fans designed to keep you cool in the summer. We have lots of fun giveaways for attendees. We will hand out the sling bags from the booth at various times during the event. And the 11 fans will be awarded when all 3 stamps have been earned. We also prepared an additional reward for those who come dressed up in 14 cosplay or official merch. So...
The 11 one, while obviously is 11... feels like they'd also designed it for the raid series.
I mean, it is for the raid. I mean, this is a 14 booth.
Yeah, but you know, that's cool still.
Yep.
Look, oh my god, you can see
I am a fan of
and everything. Nice.
I'm a fan of folding fans.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Stupid.
You're
Put that fan down, Georgi.
Put that fan
Why?
down. The hell?
Get that out of here.
Yeah. It's warm in Australia.
Can we? No, not really. Can we talk about the fact that the sling bag, on one side of it has a picture of Kryl with the large words "Play free."
Oh yeah,
blazoned upon it.
So ugly.
Where is the
It is
sling
very
bag?
ugly.
I don't see.
I hate.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Above that. Yeah. I don't like.
Sorry,
most of these booth merches that they do at all these events.
Have I misunderstood what a sling bag is? That just looks like a normal bag,
sling it over your
like
shoulder.
a tote bag. Oh, I guess they've. Okay, I thought sling was.
Yeah.
when
I
it's
guess
actually
I
like
guess
a
you
sling.
could call it a sling bag, but yeah, a cross-body bag is what I would think of if you say sling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's,
Okay.
yeah, it ain't that.
that's fancier than tote bag, which is what we used to call it back in my day.
Times have changed.
Times have changed. Okay, each giveaway is limited to 1 per attendee while supplies last. Then there's also a fan-hosted cosplay gathering. Anime Expo hosts several fan-organized events, including cosplay gatherings. This year, fans are hosting a 14-themed gathering, and we encourage those of you interested to join the fun. The community team will also be stopping by to snap some photos too. That's on Friday the 4th of July. From 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Only an hour.
Independence Day.
At the Anime Expo gathering site number 2.
That's
Chick Hearn Court. There you go.
Hern Court,
Chick
eh?
Hearn Court.
Yes. This is a fan-organized event and not affiliated with Square Enix.
Yeah, so don't.
Yes, but the
don't complain.
community team will be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the community team will be there, it seems, or have some sort of presence.
So they're gonna be watching you, I guess.
They'll be watching, making sure...
Well, if there's any Menfinas, of course, Yoshi P will want to be there.
Yeah.
If you talk about anything TOS,
Yeah, that's why they're there. They're like, oh, we're gonna find the mod beasts and take them out.
If we hear anything about Mary Larentorum, we're getting your ass.
Okay.
That's not how the piece of gear looks in game. What's your lowstone?
God. Okay, well, that's Anime Expo. That's a lot of advertising for that event, which of course will reach tens. Moving on.
I also think
Yes.
that won't. I do think that's probably not the last we'll see of that you stole artwork.
No,
I
for
wouldn't
sure.
be surprised if they just repurposed the Moonfire Fair artwork.
Because what I'm
for
showing
earlier
here,
use.
yeah, they posted a bigger version of this with more art in the background, and it just looks like a Moonfire Fair artwork. So I'm kind of sussing that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a giant shark in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would they include that if the whole purpose of this was just to show off your stoler?
Yeah. Okay. Big news. Letter from the producer live. We have a date. It's happening 20th of June. Mark your
Whoa,
calendar.
That's soon.
Yeah, the 20th of June 2025, 11 a.m. GMT, noon BST. That's 1 p.m. Central European time, which would make it about 7 a.m. I think Eastern time.
East Coast, yeah.
9 p.m.
I don't know,
Australian time.
4 a.m., 3 a.m. West. I don't know.
You'd have to jump. Yeah.
Is it 9 hours?
9 hours.
I don't know.
3,
Behind.
6. Isn't that 6?
Oh, you're talking about the time difference.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay,
4
4
a.m.
a.m. West Coast.
It's about a little bit less than 2 weeks' time away from now, and probably about a week and a half by the time this VOD goes up on YouTube.
Yes.
It's absolutely saved the episode on the 21st.
It has. Friday.
Well, it's a shame we've got an episode between now and then, maybe.
Yes, unfortunately. MogMail.
Send it
Speaker6iv.com/MogMail.
Or MegMoil.
MegMoil doesn't exist anymore.
MegMail is not where you can send MogMail.
That is also true.
Send us your oil.
So this is important because that means 7.3. We're starting to get news from 7.3. That is the point of this live letter, patch 7.3 part 1. So we'll know what to look forward to in
This is what we're obviously it's the next 24-man, but isn't this the rumor of the new deep dungeon in this?
Oh yes,
Yes.
that's true.
It's always
That's
the 0.3
exciting.
patches.
Yeah.
normally
We
0.35.
love deep dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can't wait for it to be the same.
Cleared Eureka Orthos.
Well, I
4
really
times.
enjoyed Eureka Orthos, and I'm hoping this one's decent and like the similar. I mean, let's be honest, the innovation will be zero. We have to just accept that now.
No, I don't accept it. Do better.
There will be no innovation.
No, there will be innovation, Mailer. It will be in whatever the 3 little extra things you get that you can pick up.
Oh yeah,
You
when
matched
you're
it with
version or whatever.
From primals to a summon little like elegant summon thingies. Who knows what the next one will be?
Yeah.
Don't
Bring
they
back
could
GM
do.
Flatgrass room.
Yes.
No, I hated them. They were miserable.
They were.
You have the
They thankfully-
phantom job system now, though. That could be cool.
We do.
No, you're too creative.
That's too much, Mela. Please.
That's the yeah.
Simmer down.
Literally, is a rogue.
Simmer the fuck down.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't even finish Eureka Orthos. I'm being so real. I tried doing it just
Nor
for the
did
story.
you
I was like, I can't do this, man. This is so boring.
Well, Eureka
Yeah.
Orthos. The story is actually quite impactful once
The
you
story
finish
is
it.
good, and
matter.
getting
It
to
is,
the
but
end
it's a
is
slog.
worth it.
Yes.
We also
They should have made
I
it
like
good.
I like the people saying it's not worth getting to the end of the people that didn't get to the
Yeah,
end, so
it's
they can't
honestly-
actually say that truthfully.
I'm
Don't
just saying,
care.
it's not fun to do.
But it is so cool.
It's very boring.
the housing. There's obviously where are the housing slots? We
Where's the raid thing?
We
as well,
know
the
what we're
raid
talking
planner?
about next week, actually. Also, so there's
Oh,
the housing slots. We don't know if they're going to be increased anytime soon, but one would hope that we would get an update on that at some point.
Where are all the promises you made, JCP? Where are all the promises? I'm waiting for my raid planner. I'm waiting for my housing slots. I'm waiting for the glamour system to not be absolutely useless.
Yeah.
At
think we gotta-
least give me a plate per job in
Well,
the game.
he never made you any promimes about the glamour system, Mailer.
No.
That's true. In
That-
fact,
that's-
he's only ever promised it gets worse.
Yeah.
He's on track for that.
No.
Need to update the Todd image. Don't believe his lies. Change that face.
Oh yeah. When are we getting the ability to change the internal size of the house?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The TARDIS house. Yeah. That would. Yeah.
Come on, Yoshi P. Don't
I'm expecting that we will see what's it called? I think we'll see Blue Mage probably.
Oh god, yeah,
Because-
both Blue Mage and
yeah.
Beastmaster.
So is Beastmaster going to be the 7.5 then? Or something?
Yeah.
Well, apparently he said Beast. I didn't remember this, but someone told me that he said that Beastmaster was coming late. Dawn Trail, so that would be 0.4 or 0.5, which
Yeah,
means
Seven
I would
point
think
0.5.
5.5.
5.6.
Yeah.
7.58.
I mean, but yeah, I would expect Blue Mage if Beastmaster is coming late. I'm expecting Blue Mage now because I don't think they'd want the Blue Mage and Beastmaster in back-to-back patches, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah.
There's too much content that you can't do all at once.
Yeah.
That would explode a young player's mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
At least we get to enjoy the one day of leveling up again on Blue Mage, which is fun.
That's true.
No, it's not.
I enjoy the leveling on Blue Mage.
I like it. I like to
Just
level up
spam
screen.
things.
Oh, it's so boring.
No, it's quick and easy. You just get big groups of mobs and run around killing them for fun. It's just
Plus, at this point, you have
That's
so
not
many methods,
engaging.
Yeah, I like it. It's,
you can insta-kill so many mobs so easily now with all these
Yeah.
fucking skills at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you're going to be disappointed, Georgie, if you don't like that, because you'll enjoy your one, maybe even half only Master Carnival that they're going to add.
Yeah.
They're not even going to add a new one for you, Georgie. They're going to just expand on a previous one, do like a phase 2.
Yeah.
It's not even that I enjoy getting the skills as a blue mage mailer.
I
It's
enjoy
not the
getting
leveling
skills,
experience
actually,
I like about it.
It's very satisfying
I
when you see
something
the
about
spin.
leveling on Blue Mage I really enjoyed.
They should just
I don't know
make
what
the
it
new
was.
Deep Dungeon exclusive to like Blue Mage or fucking
would be
Beastmaster
so
or some
fun.
shit.
That
That would infinitely be more interesting
It
than
would be
whatever the
really
fuck's gonna
interesting.
come out.
I mean, because currently I have every blue mage skill on my main, so that's exciting for me to complete it again.
I'm not. Yeah, I need to do a lot of work on Blue. I've left it to rot, but it is a fun class.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the Battle Royale PvP that he mentioned once was such a good idea again. And yet he just can't be bothered. That would have been so
Royale
clever.
PvP.
Yeah, you drop in and you can go around and collect skills to build up like a little like a build, and then it's just PvP.
Well, that was just something he had been like thinking about.
He shouldn't talk. He should.
Yeah, sometimes he just says things.
His ideas are better than anything he can
Yeah,
manifest.
when we have fucking pedants like us and just perverts that just zoom in on every word he says to the comma, like, oh, remember Yoshi P? You referenced this thing 7 years ago offhandedly when I walked by you in the to the restroom.
Yeah.
What's that happening, huh?
No wonder his responses are just 45-minute rambles about wine and nothing else. And then it's just that he didn't even answer a
To
question.
save himself.
Yeah. You're not allowed
Can I
to
say-
sit and look at your phone while...
Sorry, I got an important text. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
Fine.
Can I say the concept of Yoshi P and Matsuno, in retrospect of what Matsuno posted on the Square Enix site regarding tactics, to sitting together, talking and sipping wine, really does not reflect on what Matsuno wrote about.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He may have made comments on class, but he was very clear that he's in the upper echelon of society.
Okay.
The bourgeoisie can exist.
Yes. Do we?
He can be a champagne socialist. There's nothing wrong with that.
we are getting the second part of this 24-man, which of course is exciting.
Do you think it's going to be... Where do you think it's going to be, Nikhil? Because this wasn't just Juno, it actually was just all over the place. It was just a random collection.
I hope
Where's the main
that
place?
two characters...
How many expansions in of content did we get in the first one?
Yeah.
One.
Is it still just base game?
It was based.
It was all from the first
Yeah,
base game,
that was-
or also from the first expansion. Okay.
I don't remember when things were introduced. I think maybe it includes...
Well, sadly, Lakil, you're the only person I can ask.
Yeah, I'm sorry. One expansion, apparently. So there you go. It includes one expansion. But I do hope that two characters, that the next part... You have just seen two characters when we played 11 that I suspect are about to show up in this...
Which two?
Camel Toe and Eldmarch.
I don't think that's their name.
That's how I remember them.
What?
His name is
right.
Camelot. I have to remember names in certain way. Camleno and Eldmarch.
And okay, yeah.
Requiescat moment.
Yeah. Camel Toe is fine.
I mean, it's not as
That
bad.
is not comparable to you saying the C word.
I mean, you keep saying it. So, you know.
Oh, do camels not have toes? Well, yeah, you're right. They don't. They have hooves.
Yes.
Or do they?
No, they do have hooves, Mailer. That's right.
Maybe
That's
they
correct.
have
Send
a
in a
different name.
MogMail.
Send in a MogMail. Do camels have toes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God, we are masters at making content.
Don't show us yours though.
Well,
Maybe they have a pet camel, Rollo. What the fuck's wrong with you?
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so get us off this topic. Patch, yes. Part 1. There's also going to be miscellaneous updates, which of course is going to be merch that you can't get in the West. We will be covering this, of course, as we always do, on our channel. So make sure
We'll mention it again next week when it's more relevant.
Oui. Yep. Anything else we want to say before we move on? No.
I'm excited for content.
once.
I'm excited for content.
Going once.
I'm excited for content.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see where the MSQ ends, but I don't think we'll get any information about it.
It's always exciting when we get when we start a new patch, because now we done with this, leaving this behind, onto the new one, which we're going to get drip-fed information about for months, because a patch lasts forever now, it seems. So
yes.
4 months. They've been pretty strict in regards to them actually lasting about 4 months.
Yeah, that's true.
But time has also changed. That 4 months now encapsulates several years of our life.
It's true. Time works differently now.
But I at least feel like there hasn't been as much patch drift as there was before, but maybe that's just me.
That's true. The downtime.
There was the COVID era was difficult, but now we've stabilized.
I mean, the COVID era was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
It's slower than before, but it's still stable.
Yes.
Well, the worst part about the COVID era, and I always remember this, is the fact that the COVID lockdown happened just before they gave us the Bosnian Southern Front. So we didn't have the field exploration zone yet.
Right. Okay then. We're gonna move on. A reminder then to send us MogMail, speakersofv.com/MogMail. Do send us what you want, as long as it's within the rules, obviously.
Relevant.
Yeah, and relevant.
But yeah.
Okay, let's talk Occult Crescent.
Oh, your pretty stick.
Aw.
Yeah.
It's a very nice relic weapon.
It's so
Some of
good.
them aren't as nice.
True. All right, well, let's talk about it. We talked about Occult Crescent, gave our review last week, and we were pretty positive about the content.
Yeah.
It's you go back and watch that episode if you didn't know. Yeah.
Maybe I'll find out today, but I feel like for the most part, 3 out of 4 of us are positive, and one of us is at least neutral on it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. But there's rumblings in the community about this content, and a lot of it is what I expected. Because I don't know where we should start. Maybe we should start with just the content itself, and then we'll talk about the relic as like a separate piece, because that's the most predictable one. The Occult Crescent content for people. A lot of people have never experienced this content, and it's like launched, it seems, as well. That seems to be, or have only done Bosnia, which this feels like it's got a lot of Eureka in it as well. So if you've missed out on Eureka, you may not have, this might hit different for those people. I don't know. Because to me, a lot of this is like, a lot of my enjoyment of Occult Crescent comes from like being like, oh, this is like Eureka, but better.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's got like little pieces of Bosnia as well that I recognize with the CEs and stuff, but it's like, wow, they've done it. If you don't have that, maybe the content might feel less good. I don't know. I'm trying to understand the community feedback. Now that's to say, let's just say big asterisk. A lot of people like Occult Crescent.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be clear. This is, but let's just say official forums, and you will immediately understand.
It's not just the official forums. I've seen complaints in other places.
But, my cup runneth over with forum threads from...
That's true.
Yeah, the official forums. Where do we start? A lot of the complaints come from fates dying too quickly, which we talked about last week. It is true. Some of the fates seem to be tuned a little too low, especially the one with the gold head thing, the headstone thing. If you're not there when it spawns, it dies immediately.
I think that's just a function of how fate scaling works in this game, because there are times when I can do
like that.
No, it's not.
Because I was farming that. Just that, because I needed the what's the one that drops there? Is that the verdigris one that drops by the head?
That's the Azurite.
Azurite, that's it. I was missing two. I was 2 Azurites out, and I was farming that one, and it never dropped, by the way, during that session, which is very annoying. But I literally just, but you'll understand, I was just farming that one and any CE in that area, so I was just sitting there and just moving my mouse every now and then and waiting to hear the sound for the CE or whatever, or just, I had it on another monitor. Every time it spawned, I waited, I didn't enter the fate, and then I waited for the big mob to come in and attack. They did, and immediately it died. Like, it died within, like, half a second is an exaggeration. Let's say it took 5 seconds from 100 to 0. That happened every time it spawned. I was not in a party. It didn't matter. I was at that point doing it for science because I wanted to know if this ever changed. That fate in particular did not seem to ever change for me.
Where you can do that fate on a long, like a while. Yeah, it takes a while as well.
Really?
There are times when it feels like
never during that. I took like 3 hours over there.
Anytime I see mechanics on that fate, people fucking die because they don't.
Well, that's true.
They don't realize to turn around or look at it. And there are definitely times where I've seen it kill many people as a result of it being people like what you're talking about, expecting it to die instantly and then it not doing that. I think it might have just been the instance you were in.
Very strange. Because it didn't happen to any of the other fates. The other fates scaled normally, but that one I feel like there's something wrong with it. But maybe it is because people die.
Well, there are a couple as well. There's also the Namu, and there's sometimes the mud guy dies quickly too.
Yeah, the mud guy does quick, but that's because it takes so long to get up there.
But that's the trouble. If you're a little behind the curve, then or a little behind the group, then you do miss out.
I usually whenever I see that,
be on top of it.
If that gold fate spawns and I'm not nearby it, I'm not going there. Because I know it'll be dead.
Most of the time, yeah. Unless you're near an aetherite, it's not worth it.
It's not even then for that fate. That fate fucking, you blink and it's dead. I don't know. The fates I feel like need to be tuned differently. The way it is right now is not working. I understand that it needs to scale, but it feels like they're using like the overworld scale system, which doesn't really work in Occult Crescent at all. So they need to have a special system for that, I think. That's number one. So I agree with that complaint with the fates. The fates don't really matter that much because it's the CEs you want to do, and they spawn essentially at the same rate as fates. I feel
there's not really a chance of missing out on a CE if you want to be there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
definitely get that mount speed though. My God, that makes
the mount speed.
a world of a difference.
Well, the mount speed I think
that's more for fates.
I think that's more important for fates.
Yeah.
It does help a little bit with CEs, but I don't think even if you don't have it, that you miss out on a CE if you want to be there.
Yeah. The grind, some people are complaining about, specifically XP grinding.
The XP
grinding is the... Oh, really? I think the XP grinding is the worst part, but it's still not terrible.
It's the worst part, but it's still fine because... The XP grind for the knowledge level is not difficult. I was level 20, maybe on the first day. I don't remember. It didn't take long at all.
Oh, knowledge experience. The phantom job part is what I'm talking about.
But I don't mind that because you have 12 jobs to level, and I would say you're looking at maybe between like 50 to 100 hours of gameplay for those. I don't see why you would complain about getting that much gameplay. If you don't enjoy grinding, then you're not really in the right content anyway.
I think my issue... You go first, Rollo.
Maybe I would have the kind of level curve change a little bit, and that maybe make the first 3-ish levels quicker to get, and then have the other last ones be longer. Because I feel like those first 3 are usually have the skills like you really need in the raid. Depending on the job. Some of them are a little bit further down the tree, which is fine, whatever. But I think for the most part, maybe having a bit of a curve would be a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
I also think it might have been nice if they made it so the more phantom jobs you have leveled, the faster the experience you'll gain from it will be. Similar to how it works in Cosmic Exploration.
Oh yeah.
That's true. That could have been a good idea. But you do at least gain from capping them with the damage and damage output and defense buff.
True.
Because my main issue is that I'm enjoying it now, but I don't, because you can only level phantom jobs in Occult Crescent and Forked Tower, I guess. I don't know if I'll still be enjoying it 6 jobs later.
I mean, once you've got your knowledge capped and all the jobs capped, you've done the content. If you're not doing Fork Tower, then you've done the content. That's the end of it. You don't need to the grind's over. You're done.
Yeah.
But I do understand that.
Yeah. Aside from doing a couple of the jobs for like you said, really for like Fork Tower or whatever, I think more so grinding for the currency. You know. Yeah. At a certain point, I'm just kind of getting job experience for like the Phantom jobs. I'm not really interested
currency.
Yeah,
well,
like I just kind of do it for the sake of it.
Passive. Gold you have to target, but the gold groups are there now. Everyone kind of more or less knows what they're doing. I mean, as long as you've got Cannoneer at max level, you'll be happy in a gold farming job.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Do you even need it at max level? I thought you just needed it like
you
level 4.
You don't need it at max level, but it's as long as you've got some.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
you get silver. They get the silver bullet one at level 5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, this is more of a potential future problem. We don't get another field instance until 7.55. So this is all we're going to have for the next 2 relic steps.
Yeah. Now, obviously, that's a long time to wait. Obviously, most people are not going to have all of their Phantom jobs leveled already. So it seems like they've planned for the Phantom job to be the long term here, and potentially the relics. So you do get a little bit of tomes for each like event you do, which, well, don't worry, we'll get to it. But the that seems to be the only thing that would. Oh, and Forked Tower, which we will also get to in a second. But
some people have complained that the fact that once you've there's a level of missing out if you're a max level job. Like, you want to be constantly getting XP, so once you cap, you don't really use the job. But I think that's a them issue, really. If you really want to play the job, play it. It doesn't matter. And obviously for Forked Tower, you have to have a max level job.
Yes.
Or you're a detriment to society.
Okay.
Well, what do you guys think? I don't think we even discussed this last time, but what do you think about not being able to level your normal jobs?
I
don't care.
I mean, I do think it's a bad thing, because the other ones were fantastic ways to level alt jobs. Yes. But I also don't care either.
Go on.
I do miss it a little bit. It was a great way to get like those jobs I really don't want to play, like Scholar, or maybe Monk. But yeah, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. But I
there's
think
another way to level Scholar. It's called leveling Summoner.
Yeah, it's much more fun.
That's also true. That's yeah. I mean, I think some people will probably find that would be a nice way to keep the content alive, is to keep people in there to do leveling of other jobs. But I don't know. I'm a little like, it's going to be interesting to see where we're at like a month from now, like how alive the content is, because it doesn't take that long to get your first relic. And then after that, you are essentially no longer required really to do Occult Crescent again. So let's talk about the relic. Let's just stop by the relic for a bit. We'll get back to Fork Tower and stuff since we keep edging around the relic. So the relic, 6 you need 3 of 6 Demi-Atmos. Now one of the complaints is that Demi-Atmos drop too slow, like it's too hard to get the Demi-Atma, which I don't think
I don't know if I agree with
a real complaint, because I got the relic. Sometimes it's luck.
Yeah.
Sorry, the way you phrase that makes you sound really selfish.
Yeah.
I got it, so I don't care.
No. Just think about, I don't play the game.
It's not slow.
I don't play the game that much, and I just got...
We're only in the second week.
Yes.
Yeah, the drop rate is actually very high.
Yes. The drop rate is high. You can just have a bad day, and maybe you'll be like...
There's also no competition for it. Like
I'm not going to go so far as to say it's very high.
It's very...
it's
strike
high.
very, moderate, maybe high to like... It's quite high. No, it's okay. The drop rate is okay.
For this type of content, it's pretty high. I mean, think about old Atma, where the drop rate was lower and you were competing for fates.
You can...
So you had an even more time.
Yeah, but just because that was... abysmal doesn't mean that this is immediately good.
But
I think it's perfectly acceptable.
I don't know what the percentage is, but it is high, much higher than old Atma. We can agree on that point. And but you can have a bad run and do like 6-hour grind and get 2 Atmos, you know, that's possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you can also do
better
6-hour
than
grind and get your entire relic. That's the point.
And it's frustrating that you can't do anything with extra Atmos.
No,
that's true.
It's better than the
I
light
think-
crystal grind from Heaven's Word for that first step.
Yeah, for
that drop rate was abysmal.
And that drop rate was higher than the original Atma. So I mean,
and the original Amulet was in 12 different zones.
Yes.
And they were around Reborn zones, so no flying. It was just.
Don't even. I don't want to think
Don't
about
open up
it
that
anymore.
wound.
There's trauma there.
No. There's trauma. There's trauma.
But if it's really that bad, you could just do it via fates in the overworld, which seems to be a lot quicker, especially with the fate parties.
If you have a
fate
fate
parties
party,
are
maybe, but
popping.
it seems like the drop rate is about the same as the drop rate for fates only in Occult Crescent. So
it is, but those
slow.
fates go by quicker, and they kind of come up a little bit quicker too. You know, I mean, there's always those kind of down. There's always those down times for fates in overworld, but like they do still kind of come back to back.
Yeah, and again,
there are more fates in the overworld.
and again, it's RNG, so you can have a good run or a bad run. That's what you just have to accept. Sometimes you're just not
But
lucky.
does it matter? Because once you've got them all,
Yeah, that's the point. This
Then
is a
you're done.
relic. Now, once you're done, this is we said that when we wanted this, you know, when you've done the work for the first relic, it should be easy to get the next ones.
yeah,
And
I
that's
agree with that.
That's
still.
what they've done. You now pay tomes for your weapon. However, I would argue that that's detrimental for Occult Crescent, because now an incentive has been removed for going back into Occult Crescent.
I agree with that. I think they should potentially consider having an alternative way of buying the whatever the material is that she's made up for this expansion.
Yes.
Whatever that is. Maybe if Atma still dropped, then maybe you could exchange like 3 Atma for 1 blob of whatever it is. Or so, you know, like an alternative way to still be in Occult Crescent and grind for it.
Give me
I think
some
that would-
coins.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking. Why didn't they just make like an item that you get in Occult Crescent that you buy for like silver or gold coins or whatever,
Yeah.
like to get just to keep people doing the content. This is such a
Exactly,
strange way of doing it.
I like this extra step though. Use the silver coins to buy an item to buy the item. Why can't I just use the silver coins to buy the item directly?
Well, or that,
It
obviously.
should be gold.
But I think they would have to do that because the quest is outside, so I don't.
Oh
you
yeah,
can't use.
I agree. I think in this janky ass game that is how they'd have to do it. I just think it's dumb.
Yeah, it is.
There's ways. 5,000 silver.
I mean, we still have to
one
do
piece.
it. It's still janky because
5,000 silver. I'd still do it outside at that rate. That's way too high.
well,
Yeah, but it's
I
only
don't
tomes
think
otherwise.
Yeah, that's the
Silver
problem.
is easy to get.
It's not that easy. It's easier to get 500. To get 500 heliometry is way easier than to get 5,000 silver coins.
But it depends on your doing heliometry is doing more miserable content.
That's true.
In your opinion,
I think
I think there should be alternatives.
Well, no, I'm not thinking about what's fun or not. I'm thinking about what's keeping Occult Crescent alive, because I feel like this is going to be one of the reasons why a lot of people stop.
Maybe 2,500 then.
Okay.
But a significant amount of silver for 1 item, I reckon, equals
For
500.
one item, so you need 3.
I mean, I will say that the crazy thing is they seem to think gold is easier to obtain based on the fact that the soul stones that you buy with gold cost more than the soul stones you buy with silver.
Well, if you farm for gold, it is a little quicker than silver, I think. Parties at the start were like 1k gold an hour, and now they're several k gold an hour.
I have never done any of the
parties are
gold
efficient.
stuff, so I don't know how any of that works. I have 80 gold or whatever in my character.
It's
that's a thing. I don't mind the making it easy thing. I just worry that this was the wrong tilt. I think they should have kept us going
relic,
back in.
The concept of the relic is perfect this time around in terms of big grind and then easy afterwards. But there should be an alternative inside to also gain.
And you could argue, there is. You get tomes for doing
I suppose
fates.
so.
in a way, but there are other ways outside of this
faster ways
that give you more, because you get like 25, I think, or is it 25 for a CE? I don't remember exactly what you get, but you can do significantly less, do more brainless content and get way more tomes. So I don't know.
I think it's only 20 for a CE.
Is it 20?
It's very little.
Okay, I see.
I did cap on mathematics though, and it's been ages since I've done that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the maths is great.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
What do you think of the actual relics?
Very
visibly
more of them.
They are.
Like, what do you think about them? I've had a look on.
Very different from each other, which is interesting. Like very like.
They're all very different.
Yeah.
And as a blancmange, I'm not mega impressed with their one, but it's still
Black
pretty
Mage
good.
for those that don't speak.
White Mage is obviously the better of the two, but I'm having a look through them. Like Warriors is very cool, and most of them are pretty good. I think they've done a good. Also, this is the first expansion with Pictomancer and Viper. Pictomancer's one's really nice. Viper's is shit.
Oh.
Sadly, I'm sorry to say to Viper players. It's very cool. Some really unique, cool relics. And
step one.
The White Mage one has physics on the
physics and a glow.
lantern.
Sort of.
Physics
More
and
or
a
less
glow.
physics.
It's it is real actually. I was like, are you just a preset animation or do you actually swing properly? So I did some movement tests and it does seem to be physics
It's pretty
based.
decent physics. Yeah.
The it has my favorite kind of monk weapon too for the relic, where it's like it's like an arm fist guard kind of thing instead of just like a knuckle or something.
Right.
The knuckles look so dumb.
Yeah,
so I'm glad they did some.
The monk one's nice.
Yeah.
The dancer's nice too, and Sage's one is like missiles, which
The
is
samurai one is just Yojimbo, right?
the
haven't
like
seen-
orange blade.
Yeah, it's just Yojimbo's like kind of
I
weapon.
think
I mean, it makes sense.
maybe.
It makes sense
It
based on
looks
how
great.
Samurai works inside Occult Crescent.
Yeah, I'm impressed generally all around.
Yeah.
Most of them are pretty cool.
Yeah, I do kind of wish there was a theme. I kind of like it when they do the themes a little bit, like there's a standard.
I don't.
Oh.
But
To be honest with you, I know why. I appreciate it, but the thing I liked about A Realm Reborn was each relic was an actual relic from the world that we're in and had lore associated with it. And ever since then, very few of them have been like
Mela,
weapons
we don't
of
even
power.
we don't even get individual job quests anymore. Why do you think they're gonna? You think they're gonna
Oh, I
bother
know.
writing lore for every single weapon now that we're at
Every-
like 20 something?
Every expansion's a disappointment, but
I think okay.
Hey.
The Sage one is so funny. They just look like little toy rockets. I don't know if you've
they're
seen
little
Yeah, they do.
rockets. Yeah, they're really
very
cool.
funny. But I think later on in the relic stages they'll kind of standardize them. Like they have like an ongoing theme, which I think they do sometimes. Like they start off different and then they
So if they
become the same.
often evolve into a new type, like through
Yeah.
2 or 3 steps
Yes.
in,
Yeah.
we'll see. I don't know.
two-tone dyes look great too, by the way.
I've not tried dyeing Black Mage.
Yeah, they have,
Oh, yeah.
a lot of them have very cool two-tone dyeing. You can make really ugly looking shit too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yay!
Yeah.
Really rancid looking, like purple and green, bright looking horrible weapons.
Yeah. So that's the relic. Good relic. Questionable second step, or like acquisition step for the quest. The quest sort of tricks you a little bit because you do have to pay tomes to actually get the weapon.
I
even
don't
your
think
first
it's
one.
questionable. I think it's just they should have come up with a version in Occult Crescent that is equivalent in terms of difficulty
Yeah.
/ desire.
Yes. Okay. The other common complaint, is relating to the Forked Tower, which is it seems to function a lot like the one in Eureka, Hydatos, Baldessian Arsenal, where you need an item.
Hard.
Yeah, you need an item to get in first of all, and then if you like a ticket. You also have to do which fate is or which CE is it that
You don't have to do any.
Oh, you don't have to do
it's
any
just a
CE.
weather condition.
Oh, it's a weather condition. Okay, because in okay.
I think Hydatus was. I think BA was harder to summon.
Yeah,
Because there was a lot of stuff that people had to do outside as well while the BA run was going on.
Yes.
Which was very complicated.
It was very complicated.
The Sanguine Ciphers are just like 600 silver.
Yes, you buy these, and then you can access it when the weather condition hits.
Yeah, and then you can die on the first boss.
Yeah, you can die on the first boss, and it's very clear that the jobs actually matter in this, like your phantom jobs matter in the content.
Yeah. You need a balance of jobs because there are certain things that only certain jobs can do.
Yes.
Yeah, which is good. I like that. But it's hard to coordinate that with randoms, which is in itself a little bit of a...
We touched on this last week when we talked about Occult Crescent. And I think it is going to be like this. You're going to have to go to a Discord server probably to do this now.
You have to join an organized run.
Yeah.
And you have to have the commander in charge bark commands at you to tell you exactly what to do at all points.
Yeah.
You won't be able to just enjoy the content like the easy ones like Castrum.
You can just jump in.
You can.
It's not a popular thing to do, but there have been stories that I've read of people like obviously the Discords will organize everything, but then because there's no way to guarantee your spot if other people are also trying to get in, there are times that maybe one or two other people will get in, and that people are able to adjust it that much at least.
Yeah.
I think they worked it out that was it half? I think if they can get 24 people organized, it's more or less a win.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the slots are just anyone can join. It doesn't really matter.
Is this at 40?
There's a level of it's not griefing, but it's 48.
48. Okay.
It's not griefing, but there's a level of
some people are griefing, but it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone that tries to get in this way is doing that.
But if you, for example, had organized a 48-man stack and people got in, that's a weird one. But then everyone should have a chance to go.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Really matter.
Yeah, because that's what I'm worried about, that it's going to turn into this very exclusive content where you can't go in unless you're part of this Discord.
It will.
Yeah, that's the fear we talked about before.
Yeah.
Where it's great, it's just the Discord thing now.
Yeah,
which good for them organizing it. But
yeah,
I mean, I'm curious. Once again, this is something I'm curious about how this works in the Japanese servers compared to ours, because this is the default method by which people in the West will try and organize something like this. Is it a case that in Japan people are able to just jump in and do it, or
I imagine they probably have a 20-minute discussion beforehand about who's doing what, and they actually fully organize it. But
yeah,
that's always been a discussion, and I guess we have to just see it from a point of view.
It would just be such a nightmare to do that through party chat with people chattering in between and just nonsense.
Memes.
Yeah.
But there's a different culture
Japan apparently doesn't like it either. Because
really?
my question is more it feels designed to put together random parties, so it shouldn't have to require you to make a pre-made to solve it.
And I have to say I've not been back in, but from my time in there, I learned nothing about the first boss.
Okay.
I survived it. It went up in the air and it was going to do a knockback, so I ran under it because I thought it was going to do an AoE in front of it, and I think it did. And that's all I've learned.
Okay.
I think it's too punishing for random people, but to also organize a group of people to get in there's so much. You have to wait for the weather condition. You have to hope everyone gets in.
Yeah.
It's a lot of organization.
That's the issue. It's too punishing for randoms, seemingly. And it's too difficult to get a group in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How am I meant? If I wanted to, let's say we as a community, people in chat, we all got together and we organized 24 people to go in, and every single time we did get in, it would still take so much work to understand the mechanics because most people would just wipe and then would leave and then we'd have to wait again. It's a lot of work, and it's fair enough. It's cool to have something that's a long-term thing to work on, but.
Yeah, that's true. This does come with the added risk because I'm assuming the XP or the level down punishment
It's
applies
very
here.
insignificant.
Oh,
Yeah,
is it?
You can do one C and a fate maybe in your backup.
Okay. Well, it does. Okay, that's true. Okay, fair
But it
enough.
stops you going back in immediately.
Yeah.
So you do have to.
Oh
Put
yeah, that's true. So how
it's
long
a
is
few
it?
Cs.
How long is the tower open for? No, no.
The weather condition
Yeah.
lasts around the same length of time as a critical engagement. So if a crit's already started, you'll definitely miss the window to go to the solitary point and go in.
Okay, I see.
So you have to run away from that and then go back in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting.
But I think if people start putting in the ciphers, it might stay up longer. I don't know if it might just be.
It is a shame that it's not the difficulty level of Castrum Lacus Latoria or Dalriada, because I thought that was the perfect level of difficulty for something like this. This is a little bit more difficult in terms of like being closer to Baldessi and Arsenal.
Yeah. I was hoping for like Castrum level. I don't mind having another BA. I think that's cool, but will the other tower also be this difficult, or will that be Castrum style?
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, I hope the next thing is a bit more friendlier, to just kind of hopping in.
You know what? That is true, because the story does imply that the creator is inside the second tower. So it would be frustrating if we never get to meet. It'd be. I mean, but the thing is, the Baldessian Arsenal story, the Eureka storyline doesn't actually finish properly unless you finish Baldessian Arsenal anyway. It is possible that it could be something that's locked behind something that's difficult.
2 BAs is too much, though.
Well, I was kind of hoping.
The community's yearning for 2 BAs.
I was hoping that if they brought a BA style system back, they would have made it a little more accessible, which.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have.
Done that.
They've done the same thing, it seems like.
They have done the same thing.
I don't know. They've made
they've made it, the punishment's not quite as severe. Maybe I don't remember
less
how
severe.
big the XP loss was.
The XP loss was that even applied in Hydatos anymore? I don't remember if that was.
I think so.
Oh, it was. Okay.
I would imagine so.
It was Bosnia that didn't have the level down. Yeah. Okay.
Chad is bringing up something that I know doesn't apply to everyone, but it is a fair point. This is probably the most complicated / difficult piece of content required for a triple triad card.
That's true.
Yes, true.
I mean, if you're a collector, that's a stain in your journal of collection.
Yes.
Because up until this point, the most difficult thing was an extreme, which I think is much more easy to get into and try.
Yes.
Than this is.
I agree.
Well, you can try as many times as you want.
Yeah.
This one you got to do a lot of work for, but
the thing about this is you can't. It's not designed in such a way that you can keep jumping in and trying it to figure out the mechanic yourself. You need to know what's happening already, which is not how I know not how Mailer likes to approach content, but you can't afford to not do that.
Right.
You need to know, otherwise it's too punishing, because you'll either level down and you won't get back in, and then you'll have to wait 2 hours.
Yeah.
If, for example, if the party wiped, you all rest at the entrance again and could still do your 3 lives worth, maybe that would be better.
Yes.
But
I agree
to
with
just
that.
die and then leave.
Yeah. Because currently, as it is, you can rest 3 times, but only by the
chemist.
The chemist. So.
I think, or is it Oracle?
Oracle?
It's chemist.
Oracle makes you fly.
Okay.
Still humbly asking Yoshi P to please add a death recap in this game.
Yes,
please.
We have.
You just look at your battle log, Rollo, and you work it out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's teach new players how to filter out all the useless shit and what's actually important. That would be great. It's so easy, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why they've never really brought this back. I think there are other pieces of content that use something like this, but why has there not been something like Delubrum Regine, where if you get hit by 3 mechanics, then you die? Why couldn't that have been the punishment?
Yeah, there's many different things they could do that is not what they chose. Because what they chose to do is just doing the Baldessian Arsenal punishment, which is die and you're fucked.
The damage is people got hit by 1 mechanic and died.
Well, yeah, that's how you learn the mechanic. You can't. It's weird.
You should be able to. I think in almost every fight, surely you should be able to survive the first mechanic at least.
or if
to
they
be able to learn.
Or if they've made it so hard, give you a chance to do it again.
Yeah, exactly,
Without kicking you out.
Or if it's unsurvivable, make it clear what you should do, so that it's not immediately punishing in that way.
Yeah.
Because as a survivor, what could I have done?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was on night.
You could have been playing Chemist Mailer.
I would have to.
That's what you could have been doing.
But then the trouble is, now it's like bringing red mage, like 4 red mages into Savage Prog, just so we've got enough reses. Like everyone has to be Chemist now to get through the fight.
Yeah, Chemist only run. Yeah, so that's a big complaint. It seems there is that one seems to be more valid of a complaint, maybe the Fork Tower stuff. I have never seen the Fork Tower. I've never been in an instance with that weather condition. Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
I hope so.
The boss is that big demon wall that we saw in the trailer. The really long
that's
demon
the first
wall.
boss. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll go in because you know what. It'll keep us in OC to get those last 10% of XP back. So maybe we should go.
Yeah, see, so you're on the treadmill longer. Yoshi's grand plan.
That's true.
Next time we're in there and we see it, we'll all go and get him just to see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
When you go in Mailer, do you keep the party that you're a part of, or can you only enter in not as part of a party?
I think
in
you can go in as the party you're in.
Preform, so I'm assuming.
I think I got invited before, and then you went in with the same party.
Yeah, I think that's how the Discords do it as well.
So there's just a chance that not everyone in the party will get in, just like critical engagements in Bosnia. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then you go in. There's a big glowing platform where you can change your phantom job. And then once you drop down, you're locked in permanently.
Oh, that's so gonna happen, by the way. If we do this, we're gonna go there, and everyone in our party is gonna get in except me.
Yeah, yeah. Or you're gonna go in and just jump off.
Or the opposite. No one in the party joins except for me. There can be any in between. It's just gonna be. I don't
think enough people actually go and do sanguine ciphers anymore.
No.
So I don't think that will be an issue.
Okay, so that is sort of the
There's a few complaints around, they're the main.
Does Forked Tower scale to the amount of people that are in it, or is it always at the same difficulty level?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't think the Eureka one did, the Valdesian Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was always the same. So if you were too few, you were fucked. That's why the Discord was made, wasn't it? Because they needed to make sure they had enough people. I don't remember.
It does scale. Even when people die, it scales down.
Oh, it scales down. Oh, that's
impressive. That's why I almost definitely soloed it, and it was down to 3%. I don't think that's believable.
Yeah, you fucked up that run, Mela. People hate you now.
That's believable.
But yeah, I just unfortunately just got hit by 1 cleave.
I see. I see.
I don't believe a wall can cleave. Stop lying.
It spins. It does a spin.
That's not a cleave.
Well,
it was sharp. Okay, it's sharp edges.
It's a sharp cleave.
Sharp. Yeah. Other than that, I think. Oh yeah. There has been talks also, some complaints about the chests that I found on the official
the drop rate.
Yeah,
I love the chests. I mean, I know there's a lot of shit in there now because I've got it now, and it's all worthless, which is a shame.
Yeah,
I'm more upset by what it did to the market than anything, but whatever. I enjoyed getting 7 clear dummy material cubes in my first 7 chests. I mean, whatever.
Yeah. I think that's the main complaint people have had about the chests. Do people complain about what else do people complain about the chests?
They complain also about the fact that the markets are items are losing value because.
I mean,
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about just the
decimated. But the same thing happened whenever they release content where you can get old things again.
These are all old items, though, aren't they? There's only a couple new things, but
they are all old items. But some of them were very expensive, and some of them were very unique as well, the Eureka mounts.
People were making money farming these in old content, and now they're just handing them out for free. You
need a real job now.
I think the problem is that there does not seem to be any rarity system for some of these. Like the items, you can get a clear demi materia, or you can get a huge mount or whatever. You know, you can.
Yeah. In a bronze chest.
In a bronze chest.
Maybe this is just like confirmation bias. I feel like silver chests give better stuff in general than gold chests.
Yeah,
That's
gold
possible.
is always 3 materia.
It seems like the tiers of chest only give you a higher percentage chance of getting something other than materia, but not much
or
else.
Just more of it.
Yeah, or just
and
more.
In bronze,
yeah.
you might get 1 Heaven's Eye, but in gold you get 3 Heaven's Eye.
Yeah.
God. Had like half a decade to farm all these items, and now you're upset about it. Like, come on, man! You've made your money. You've already.
That's true. That is true. And it's
But for the
5
people
years later.
It's
for the people who weren't farming though. So, you know, I got a Gabriel Mark III,
which
was currently worth 12 million at the time. So I put it on for 12 million.
Yeah.
The logical thing for everyone else to do is to put it on for around 12 million. And
No, you have to experience
But no, Orange Caramel comes along, puts it on for 3 gil.
That's so classic.
And it's just stupid.
Orange would do that shit. Fuck.
Orange would do that. He absolutely tanked economy.
Hey, Lukil,
Watch the market burn.
check the market board, and then I would just look for the item he tells me to, and he's like fucking undercut by like 40 million on an item.
Exactly.
Like, you absolute
You could have made
idiot.
a lot of money.
There are still some things I'd like them to undercut on the market. If you're listening, Yoshi P.
Yeah.
Maybe you can put them in chests in this North Horn.
Yeah.
Re-add in the Starlight Barding. That is like 450 million.
Oh,
Add
yes.
that back in the chest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Add the red onion helm back into the game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's.
I might have that.
Mela, if you have that, you can sell that for so much money.
Oh.
I don't think they'll put things that are. If it's on the online store, they're not going to put it in game, even though you can still sell it, because the versions they have on the Lodestone are untradeable and unsellable. Yeah. And I think those are the ones they want.
Yeah.
I don't think they like the fact that there are still cherry blossom trees on the market board for like 20 million gil.
Yeah.
From all those seasonal events ago.
Yeah.
That almost seems too low now for 20 million at this point.
That was when I bought one, Rollo. I don't know what it's. I don't know about the cherry blossom market since then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't playing when they were available, Rollo.
You didn't have a choice.
Okay.
Eastern Cherry Tree is like 75 million now, but the red onion helm is only 20,000 gil. Sorry.
What? Did they bring it? Did they bring it back somehow?
Maybe it's from Ventures. I'm sure I got it.
I sold mine at the perfect time. Then I had one in my inventory, and they had just removed it from Aurum Vale as a drop. And I checked the market board, and it was on sale for like 60 or 70 million gil. And I'm like, okay, bye-bye. And I sold it. Sold almost immediately. So,
damn.
Yeah.
What did you say it sold for, Mela?
It's currently, the values right now is 20,000 gil.
Damn, I should buy one again just to have it again.
Buy one of them.
Yeah, just to have.
I think there's a retainer quick venture drop.
Oh, they added it to the retainer.
Even if it's a retainer quick venture drop, quick ventures aren't like. There's so many things in the quick venture loot table. I'm surprised that it's that common that it's dropped to 20,000.
Yeah,
with 20 million fucking ventures happening at a time.
Yeah.
You're bound to just flood the market.
Yeah, that must have been
Even
added.
with 5 retainers these days.
I've got on my 7 accounts.
Yeah.
Okay, so the cherry blossom tree is 75 million.
Yeah, 75 million.
Okay,
now,
good Lord Almighty. Okay.
I honestly, I wish to God I was playing at that point and just filled 2 retainers full of them, because they have consistently been worth millions.
I wish I knew back then that they weren't going to become, you know what I mean? Like all of those, because you would buy like just one back then and be like, I'll buy one.
That's all you need.
You fool.
See, I was forward thinking that all those heart beds I bought for Valentine's Day, I sold so many of those. And the Halloween events too, that actually you could sell.
Yeah.
I think it was like mostly tables and stuff. Sold a lot of those for so much money because I bought like 15 of each.
Shit's impossible now because it just gets put on the market.
Now I hoard every year, obviously, because I know if I ever want more, I have to.
Because you never know.
I have to buy them for real money. You never know if they become available for the market as well. So that's anyway. The chests. I don't care about that.
yeah.
I don't really care about that part. These
I
this
would
is
like a
stuff
larger loot table.
Sure,
Absolutely.
that's true.
But
You-
I don't. The concept's fine.
I think my main issue is it just feels too arbitrary. Like there's no
very arbitrary.
well,
logic to it.
it's mostly items from like content that is not really.
Eureka and boss
No,
chest.
Yeah.
I don't even care about that. I just wish that like there was logic behind what. I
the
feel like I
tiers?
should get better things from gold chests than I do
agree.
from bronze
I agree.
chests.
I agree.
I think if you found a mimic or you've found an imp that takes you to a gold chest, you should be getting a mount. You know, a really good mount or something.
Or
A good chance at a man. I don't think it should be
a good
100%
chance.
no, no.
Not
But
guaranteed.
then bronze, I don't think bronze should be dropping 20 mil mounts.
mounts.
No.
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 And I say this as some, like it's lovely to get mounts. I love mounts,
Mm-hmm.
but it seems too much. It's a little too generous.
Yeah, I agree. The market crashing is fine. There's plenty of other things to sell on the market.
Let it
There's
burn.
nothing to sell.
I mean,
And
There's no
it will return to normal eventually when people stop farming Southhorn anyway. So
I
it'll be
don't know
fine.
if this will return to normal because I think these are easy to obtain even if there's not many people in Occult Crescent.
True.
Like some of the old things,
Oh, yeah.
they require a concerted effort. I think you could come into Occult Crescent solo and get some of these things.
Yeah, it's true.
Easily.
Yeah.
When you go in, the first thing you do if you're solo is just go and find the spawn points for all the chests. And
Yeah.
see what you get.
Because like
Just do a quick run, yeah.
even back during Eureka, like when Pagos, Pyros, Hydatos were at their prime, and the things were the most saturated in the market. Like the Eldthirst horns was still selling for like 5 to 8 million gil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dropped way more since then because it's way easier to get it here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's sad when previously like cool items, rare items are suddenly just everywhere.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, then. That's that. I don't think there's anything else to say other than we'll see what happens with this content over
We hate
time.
it now, I think.
No.
We love
I
it.
don't think that's what we said.
This is...
We
Okay.
love it.
No, we love...
We loathe it now.
We loathe
No.
Occult Crescent. No, Occult Crescent is good content. It's the Fork Tower is perhaps the biggest issue, I guess, right now.
Yeah.
But other than that,
my
That was a
biggest
choice.
critique.
yeah,
My biggest critique is that it took 9 months.
Well, yeah, well, that's true.
You know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily care that this took 9 months. I think I have an issue with the fact that both this and Cosmic Exploration took 9 months.
Yeah.
I think one of them should have been at least the previous patch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It took
I
9 months for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. All right then. If you have anything you'd like to add to this conversation, speakersv.com/mogmail.
Do you agree?
Do you
Or
agree?
Disagree?
Yeah.
And if you disagree
has your
or agree,
experience been?
explain. Okay. That's that. That's the show. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back next week. Oh my god, my eye is itching. Same time, same place.
Okay.
Remember to follow on our socials, SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/speakersXIV, youtube.com/speakersXIV, Discord and chat if you want to join our Discord server. If you're watching on demand, links in the description. If you're watching live as well, post shows coming up. We'll see you there. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.